We're getting ready to do something a little bit different here. Old box, found vintage, Remington Target. We're going to split this up. We're going to have about 40 rounds of the new stuff. The last 3 groups we shoot are going to be the old school Remington Target. We're going to make a comparison, see if there's a difference. We'll also have some at the end. We're going to pull them apart and see what's on the inside. See how they've changed over decades. See what Remington once did and what they do now. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this. I'd love to find a Remington ammo that did what it was advertised to do. Remington 22 Target, touted as a premium ammunition delivering consistent accuracy and reliability. Ideal for plinking steel for fun or in a competition. Can it do both?
Yo! Come on, man. We gotta get him barrel fouled. Hopefully this isn't more Remington monkey business.
Let's find out.
That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Hopefully got out of its system, because those last 4 in there, I'd take that. Better than what I'm expecting overall. It's you know, it's Remington, but there's got to be one. There's got to be one. You Remington. Easy now, big fella. Settle down. When you hope for big things and then it turns to shit.
1.97. .84.
The first 3 in that 1075, the other 1075, and the 1074 all grouped right in the same area. It's definitely spicier. It flew. I think I flinched that one.
1.68. 1.97. The overall group size of 1.51.
Let's see what this old school Target does. How's it to play compared to the new stuff? Have a little more recoil than the new one. We're going to drop down. You felt her drop.
1.08.
Ooh, 1001. She felt weird, but it's old vintage ammo, kind of fun to fire, see what it's about. Hang around, we're going to take them apart. We're going to see the difference between the old and the new. Just like we did with the 1022, we're going to shoot the new ones first. Then we're going to be following up with the old box that you see here, this little label, some vintage ammo, see how she does.
.98.
Starting to get a little breeze to our back. Hopefully this doesn't screw things up. Nothing to write home about here so far.
.81. 1.3. .74. 1.15. 0.52. 0.68. 1.01. Group average of .90.
Old Remington Target. I think we got 16 rounds, so 2 groups of 5 and a group of 6 on the last. We're holding top center of the top ring on the green, so we're about half to 3/4 of an inch left, and that's what we ended up with. This target definitely has more ump. What the
1.22.
That one had a crack, but it went right where she was aimed for.
0.75.
Alrighty, go down and see how it looks.
Do me a favor, take a moment and hit that like and subscribe.
Leave a comment. Let me know what ammo you'd like to see tested next.
So we're going to take a comparison, look at the velocities out of the 5 1/4 inch barrel of the TX22. All right.
The velocity through the 1022 with a high of 1114, a low of 1019, and an average of 1062. About 90 less than the rated 1150, with an ES of 95 and an SD of 24. Through the CZ457, we had a high of 1148, just below the rated, a low of 1071, and an average of 1106, an extreme spread of 77 with an SD of 19.
Across the board, the CZ457 had a 3 to 5% velocity increase in the high, low, and average, while the extreme spread and standard deviation were approximately 20% less than that of the 1022. With the CZ only 2 feet per second less than the rated 1150, there was a 7% loss in the low velocity.
Through the 5 1/4 inch barrel of the Taurus TX22 competition, we had a high of 979, a low of 939 with an average of 956, an ES of 40, and an SD of 11.
Approximately 17% less than the rated average, putting this firmly in subsonic territory.
The old Target had a high of 1166, a low of 1001, an average of 1102, with an extreme spread of 165 and a standard deviation of 39. The old had a high of 1304, a low of 1124, with an average of 1174, an extreme spread of 180, and a standard deviation of 48.
The CZ457 performed between 7 and 12% better than that of the 1022, with an exaggerated ES and SD that can be directly related to the increased velocity. Let's look why there's such a variation between old and new.
The new Remington Target fared better than the vintage, but why is that? I sampled 2 rounds of the old Remington Target. There was nearly a half grain difference between the two, with .22 grains difference in the bullet and 0.27 grain difference in the case. The flake type powder is consistent between the old and the new. However, there was a 0.04 of a grain difference in the old versus a 1.3 grain difference in the 3 new ones that we sampled. I weight sorted 100 rounds of the new Remington Target. All grouping 50.9, we looked for similarities between them. There was only 0.06 of a grain difference in the bullet, 0.13 grain difference in the powder, with only 0.05 of a grain difference in the case. Overall, the consistency is much better with the new Target versus the old. The difference in velocity could be directly attributed to a 0.2 grain difference in powder, as well as a more consistent weight of the bullet, 0.25 grains on the old bullet alone. Looking back at the group sizes, the extreme spread, standard deviation, and Remington's history of inconsistency, with all of those variables stacked against us, it was no more than random luck that I pulled 3 rounds with such close tolerances. In short, it's just another poor Remington performance, something that we've become accustomed to. Will we ever find a Remington Rimfire round that fires consistently and groups well?
Leave a comment. Let me know what ammo you'd like to see tested next.
To all stations concerned, Crafty Fireman's 10-7.